Right, everyone. So now we're back in housing mode and back in the learning mode, and we're going to be going over housing plans. Now, as I had mentioned previously, earlier in the semester, I said that this is going to be the chance where we kind of start getting more into the application side of things. So we're going to still be moving forward with everything, making things happen, and hopefully we're going to be doing a lot more stuff that's more hands-on as we continue to go through. So without further ado, let's get started on talking about housing plans. So what types of lines? Once again, you guys have already learned this. Now, the big thing that we need to note is the architect as well as architectural drawings. So in many cases, what we see is we have the architect, which is the person who designs housing ideas and plans, and what architectural drawings are drawings related to the house that contain information on size, shape, and the location of all the parts of the home. You guys have already seen a little bit of this and kind of grasp a little bit within doing your housing symbols worksheet. Now, there are three types of architectural drawings. You have what's called the schematic drawing, which is a freehand sketch of a proposed plan. In other words, schematic drawings, they don't got to be perfect. They could be done up on a napkin. It's just a freehand sketch of what they think. Then you have what's called the presentation drawing. This is where it's more refined and rendered drawings for public and client showcases. In other words, we're going to present this. We want it to look really nice and really lovely, so we're going to refine it. We're going to have it look really nice for public and the public and the clients to see. And then lastly, we have the construction drawings. Drawings with detailed instructions to builders that are necessary basically to allow them to permit and build the structure. So in other words, this is going to kind of lay out the information that the builders need in order to understand what they are going to be building and what they're going to make and what all is going to be used. So as you see here to the left, in the very top left, we have more of what we're looking at is the schematic drawing. To the right, you're seeing more of the excuse me. To the right, you're seeing more of the presentation style drawing. And then towards the bottom, you're seeing with all the details on the sides, you're looking also with the construction drawing. Now, the big thing to understand with these drawings is that they're all drawn to scale, meaning that we obviously don't have enough paper and enough ink to draw up the house in real size that we would think. So oftentimes we have to draw it teeny tiny to scale and let it represent a certain amount of time or a certain amount of space. So typically within drawing to scale, a quarter of an inch or 1/4 of an inch is equal to 1 foot. So in other words, if you have 1 inch, that is typically equal to 4 feet. And you guys will be practicing doing scale tomorrow if you're on B day, and then after the assignment if you're on A day. There are certain things that you can see in this. Drawings are not enough. You have what's called the schedule, and this is the organized chart of detailed notes in a ruled enclosure. So in other words, you have schedules for doors, windows, electric fixtures, plumbing, door hardware, as well as finishing. There are schedules for every instance of every part of the house, and oftentimes this leads to specifications which tell the quality of materials to use as well as their directions on how to use. You can tell all sorts of things from a floor plan, but you cannot tell all the way down to the nitty-gritty details, and that's what schedules and specifications are used for. So continuing on within to the future, we have what is known as computer-aided drafting and design, also known as CAD. And this is where we use computers to help design, we use computers to help build, and we use computers to help with the process of putting what's in our minds onto paper. We do not have access to heavy amounts of CAD for this class, but we are going to experiment with floor planning and 3D models as we move forward into the class. And then along with that, we also have what's known as the building information model, which is the approach to the life cycle of a house, which means this is going to contain information on our design, our construction, how we maintain the structure of the home, the things that we must do in order to maintain the integrity and maintain the home, as well as the proper way to go about demolishing the home if that is ever an instance. That is all we have for the notes today. We will be now working on the scale worksheet. Now, this is a worksheet that will be done in class, and if on B day, you will complete this in class tomorrow, but A day, I will give further instruction to getting this worksheet completed. But outside of that, this is all I have for today. So turn in your notes, and you have a good rest of the day.